Hey, what's up, everyone? This is JMO76. Welcome to the Gaming Nation. Today we are looking at Madden 23. I have not streamed any or done any videos with regards to Madden in a long, long time. Although this is the series that originally set me up in terms of making videos and streams. So today we're going to look at Madden 23, but rather than do the traditional look at Madden 23, play through the seasons, we're going to do a little bit of a Bizarro Madden 23. So what I've done is I have simmed ahead 10 seasons in Madden 23, and so right now we have jumped ahead 10 seasons. So I started as Josh McDaniels because, hey, you know what? I'm a Raiders fan through and through. And so have to roll with the Raiders. So I took over as Josh McDaniels. I simmed 10 seasons, and here we are. So first off, looking 10 years down the road in this Bizarro Madden 23 world, what do we notice here? So first off, let's see here. We've got okay, so we got Hall of Fame class of 2032. So TJ Watt going into the Hall of Fame. Josh Jacobs, my boy, Josh Jacobs going into the Hall of Fame. And defensive tackle Ed Oliver entering the Hall of Fame. For Canton Bound, not there yet. Christian Kirk gets close, but he does not make it into the Hall of Fame. Now, I know that we're 10 seasons in, and what shocked me, Josh McDaniels still the coach of the Raiders. So he's had 10 seasons. I'm thinking we've probably had some good things. I'm thinking maybe we've had some Super Bowls. So let's check it out. Let's see how he has done. All right. So looking here at the league, how has he done? All right. So Josh McDaniels. Let's see here. Okay. Well, that looks good. He is 12th on the legacy leaderboard. 12th. Okay, I'm thinking some good things here. Good things. And Josh McDaniels, no. No. No Super Bowls. No AFC championships. No yearly awards. All right, well, that's disappointing. But you know what? No Super Bowls, but maybe he's had some excellent seasons. Maybe we've had some real talent. So let's see. I mean, Raiders have kept him on here for 10 years, so clearly he's doing something right. So let's go into this a little bit deeper, and we'll see what we're looking at here. Okay, so let's go over to coaching stats, and let's check out a few things in terms of the stats. We'll see where we are. So we'll go through all of the divisions here. So let's see here. So AFC West. Okay, so starting with McDaniels. 101 wins, 97 losses. Ugh, okay. 6 winning seasons, 3 playoff wins, 3 playoff losses. No Super Bowls. Ooh, I gotta tell you, I'm pretty surprised that he's stayed as the coach of the Raiders for 10 years. That is, well, I mean, really, that's the definition of the Raiders as of late, mediocrity. That's disappointing. All right, well, that's okay. You know what? We'll keep looking here. Look around the league. So let's see here. So we've got the Todd Walters leading the Chargers. Okay. Well, look at this. We've got a big change in KC. Dan Campbell has taken over down there. Okay. So look at that in terms of the AFC West. Got quite the turnover there in terms of coaching staff. Let's see, NFC North. Holy cow, do my eyes deceive me? The Detroit Lions have won a Super Bowl in this bizarro world. The Detroit Lions, I'm repeating that. The Detroit Lions have won a Super Bowl. Okay, let's let that thing sink in here for a second. The Detroit Lions have won a Super Bowl. Jeff Powell has taken them to the promised land, although that is shocking. 117 wins, 118 losses, 6 winning seasons, playoffs. That's a lot of playoff games. Wow. And a Super Bowl. Well done, Detroit. We also have Green Bay. Look at that. Andre Weaver has provided them with a Super Bowl. Very nice. Jared Larson coaching there in Chicago, and Matt Williams in Minnesota. Okay. NFC South. Oh boy. Matt Rule still a Panther. And Matt Rule, count them, 2 Super Bowls. Well done, Matt Rule. I bet the Carolina fan base is wishing that this was not Bizarro World. Well done, Matt Rule. Okay, and look at this. Look at this. The Falcons with the Super Bowl. Darren Young. Very nice. All right. Let's see here. The NFC East. Mike Tomlin has made his way to Dallas. Wow. Mike Tomlin in Dallas. That would be an interesting dynamic. And look at that. Ian Alexander, coach of the Commanders, and the Commanders have a Super Bowl under Ian Alexander. Wow. Awesome. All right. So let's see here in the NFC West. Okay, so we don't really have anything that's a rollover from before. So pretty significant shift there. Brian Dabble there with a fairly long career. Brandon Staley in Seattle. Okay, interesting. And let's see here in terms of the AFC North. So we've got Sean McDermott, who is running things with the Bengals. Look at that. We've got Henry Brock with the Ravens. Some Super Bowls there. Peter Gaffney. Jim Nichols with the Browns. Okay. AFC South. Oh boy. Am I reading that correctly? Doug Peterson. 3. Count them. 3 Super Bowls with the Jags. Wow. 3 Super Bowls. Absolutely awesome. Okay. Roger Hughes down there in Houston. Zach Parker. Look at that. Zach Parker's won 2 Super Bowls. Right now he's with the Colts, so we'll have to see if the Colts there have won 2 Super Bowls, or if he's just been the coach for 2 Super Bowls. And Robert Solers down there with Tennessee. And the AFC East, okay, the Patriots, led by Adam Rodgers, Super Bowl listed there. And again, pretty green coaching staff for the rest of them. All right, well, why don't we deep dive here a little bit more and get a sense as to what actually has happened with some of these things. So why don't we take a quick look here at some of our NFL records. And okay, so I know in terms of career, we're not going to see anything special, but let's take a look at the season, see if anything stands out to us. Oh boy, look at that. Zach Mobley. He is on the list here for 4 times in terms of season passing records, including 5,700 yards in 2023. Wow, I guess we know who Brady's replacement is down there. Holy cow, that is impressive. Well done. Okay. So let's take a look here. Let's jump out of that. And why don't we actually take a look and go through and see a little bit in terms of season by season what actually happened here. So we're going to go through the record book in terms of league history. And we're going to jump all the way back to the beginning of this season that we just had. All right, so let's jump back here. So the last official 23-20, we had the Rams over the Bengals. And so the Bizarro World starts now. So 2022, the Carolina Panthers taking home the Super Bowl over Denver. Very nice, Carolina. Very nice. And look at that. Super Bowl MVP, Baker Mayfield, Carolina Panthers. Jalen Hurts, MVP for the Eagles there. Cooper Kupp, massive year on offense with the Rams. Wow. Okay, well, that was definitely not a reality for this season. But imagine that for a moment, right? No Kansas City and Philly this year in Bizarro Madden. We're talking Carolina 31, Denver 28. All right, 2023, what do we have? Okay, so we've got the Rams in a matchup, a repeat matchup with the Bengals, and the Bengals this time taking it home 34-27. Matt Stafford, MVP. Coach of the Year, Matt Rule. Matt Rule is on fire. Super Bowl last year, Coach of the Year this year. And look at that. Cooper Kupp, Offensive Player of the Year. And there he is, first appearance on our list, Zach Mobley, Rookie of the Year for the Bucks. The beginning of many great things. All right, let's jump into 2024. What do we have here? And there he is, 37-34 Bucks over the Bengals. Zach Mobley leading the way, MVP for the Super Bowl. Oh my goodness, Jameis Winston, NFL MVP for the Vikings. Did not see that one coming. All right, very interesting. All right, 2025, what do we have? The Washington Commanders make it to the Super Bowl, but they are denied by the Jacksonville Jags 24-23. Patty Mahomes, NFL MVP. Very nice. Joe Mixon, Offensive Player of the Year. Okay, good job, Jags. Well done. 2026, the Bears make it to the big game, but come up a little bit short. And there we have Baltimore 24-20. And Joe Burrow, MVP for the league. Zach Taylor, Coach of the Year. Cooper Kupp, Offensive Player of the Year again. The guy is a monster. Absolute monster. And we got another new quarterback in here in the mix. Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Dolphins, Max Sears. So it looks like 2026, they've made some new arrangements in terms of what the Dolphins see for quarterback. It's very interesting. All right, what do we have for 2027? Ooh, legendary matchup here. We have the Cowboys and the Pats. 35-31 Pats. Look at that. Mac Jones, Super Bowl MVP. And Josh Allen, MVP for the league. He's still going strong. Mike McCarthy, Coach of the Year, doesn't get the Super Bowl, but still going strong. Christian McCaffrey, again, bizarro world here in Madden, was never traded to the 49ers, so he's still bringing his A game with the Panthers. Well done. All right, 2028, what do we have? And there we go. This is looking like a legendary run here for the Panthers. 24-17 over the Chiefs. Eric Devine, new quarterback for the Panthers. Looks to be an absolute beast. He's the Super Bowl MVP. MVP for the league there he is again. Zach Mobley, absolute beast. Doug Peterson, legendary coach in this bizarro world. Oh, and we've got to give attention to this one just because I am a Raiders guy. Max Crosby, Defensive Player of the Year. Love you, Max. Well done. All right, let's see here. 2029, what do we have? Oh, Detroit made it to the Super Bowl. But they come up short. The Bengals again. Oh, and look at this. Who is the quarterback in 2029 leading the Ravens to a Super Bowl? The one, the only, Lamar Jackson. Doesn't look like that's in the cards right now, but Lamar Jackson leads them to the Super Bowl. And we still have, look at that, Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett still bringing the heat with the Browns. All right, 2030, another Super Bowl for the Jags. Doug Peterson cementing his legacy, 34-31 over the Giants. Pat Mahomes, 2030, another legendary season. He is the MVP for the NFL. Christian Kirk, monster season for the Jags. No doubt that was one of the big reasons why they win the Super Bowl. Spencer Roundtree, another brand new quarterback coming up through the ranks. All right, and what do we have here? 2031. There it is, everyone. The moment no one thought was ever going to happen. The Detroit Lions 24, Baltimore Ravens 18. Lions win the Super Bowl. And look at this. Who is their quarterback? The one and only Justin Herbert. MVP for the Lions and their Super Bowl one. And look at that. Lamar Jackson still, still the quarterback in Baltimore in 2031. Wow. Things are definitely very unique in Bizarro Madden here. This has been absolutely fascinating. Just taking a quick look here and running through, looking at some of the Super Bowl winners and some of the reality that we have in this league. I'm really, really interested in actually maybe jumping in and doing a season or two in terms of this Bizarro League 10 years in advance. And I'm really thinking of the possibility of running here with the Raiders. Again, just to see what the league looks like. So this has just been a quick little run through 10 years in advance of what could have been in Bizarro Madden 23. If people would like to actually see a season or so of run through in terms of this league 10 years in advance, please let me know in the chat. I would absolutely love to do a season if people are interested. Please let me know. I'm trying to get back into the streaming on a regular basis, and I would love to have you with me on the journey. So thank you so much for joining me, and have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. And please, please, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. I would really appreciate it. Thanks, everyone. Have a great time.